Alright, so your hip battens are going to be centered with my hip line. Going to be fastened in every puck on the EBS system. And then we're going to go ahead and center those 5 inches apart from outside to outside. So once we get our hip battens in, we'll do our filled panels and it will come to our hip sections for our cuts. So when we're measuring our panels, make sure you come from the profile on the shake, not the edge, but the profile. And then we're going to measure from our bottom edge and our back edge. So you can see just measuring into that batten, like so, and then coming into the top batten as well. Make sure I minus a 1/4 inch from my measurements, that way they'll fit nice and easy. What we're going to do is we're going to measure all of our panels starting from the eave to the ridge, and we're going to write down those 2 measurements per panel. So once I get all those measured, we'll go ahead and take my list down to my cutting station. Look at my measurements. Find that same profile we measured from on the roof. Go ahead and mark those on the back shelf and the front shelf. Mark off my measurements. Then I can take my 2x2 and go ahead and mark my bend line where that measurements were. And then 1.5 inches past, we'll mark that cut line. So then we'll take it over to my cutter. Once we're done cutting, we'll take it over to the bender. We're going to fold this up since it is a hip. Fold that up just like so. Now once I get all my lists done, I'll have a pile like so that's going to be in order. We'll hand that up to the roof. So the first one will be in order. We're going to go ahead and put that one down on the eave first. Fasten that like normal. Getting my measurements of my bottom edge and also my top edge. Then we'll come back with our next panel from our pile. Close that and fasten that as normal. Go ahead and take our next panel from our pile and keep working up the hip. Now we want to make sure we measure these and cut these where my cut is going to be even with my 2x2. If it's a little long, I can take my mallet and go ahead and fold those over.